Life is all about progressing.
Yeah, mine's clearer than it's ever been. Like after you come, it's all a choice. Redemption's always been a gift and a table. I stand stable on the word that I'm able. We told the critics it's on. I got acquainted with the gift of these songs. Plus you know the devil's roaming like a cellular phone. Hit the ground with a purpose, it's what I will. While I dwell in its surface, it's still redemption that I'm repping. I do this with every step because of that moment that I've been blessed. Flipping styles with apparent ease. I've come to know what it is that I'm breathing for. Looking forward to the future. I trust the Father while I make moves. This side of life is never take twos. You better get it with the first shot. Influencing the culture with gold-coated words. The truth is he got upon a third. Revelation tucked inside a verse. I seem to have a way with all these words. That's right.
They say money makes the world go round. I dare say nada. I've come to understand it's much more. I've come to understand he's much more. Watching as the future unfolds. Yeah, they say money makes the world go round.
What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
Yeah, we're saying, guys, how you living out there? Shout out to the free thinkers, of course, and everyone that's been following us on Def to Radio, DEAF2 Radio. That's our Instagram and, of course, our website, Def to Radio. Appreciate everybody that's been joining, becoming members. We want y'all to join, engage with the site. It's where we're going to be focusing a lot of our attention as far as like song requests and all that stuff. So join. The information for that will be in the description below.
And as always, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure it's set to all so you get all of our videos as they drop. Up-and-coming artists, you know what to do, man. Click the link in the description. We'll do about 60 seconds of your song, like the artist in front of this video. Get you some exposure, man. So if you're interested, man, make sure you check that out. The information for that will be in the description as well.
Yeah, shout out to Proklaim, man. That's the artist that was in front of this video, man. Yeah, he's been rocking with us for a while, man. And, he, you know, I'm liking what I'm seeing. He's from South Africa.
Yes, sir.
Up-and-coming South African, you know, rapper. So make sure y'all support Proklaim. His information will be in the description as well. Nasty C, Kitty Allstar Freestyle, man. We're not going to talk your ear off. Let's just get right to it, man. Y'all told us to get to it. Well, I think it was like a few weeks when this came out. We couldn't get to it. You know, that's just how it is. Life happens, but we're getting to it now. Let's rock. He killed that on the radar freestyle.
Yes, that's true.
That's actually one of the better freestyles we've heard on the channel, to keep it real. And he's just been progressively just going up and up and up.
Man.
I feel like he's just improved. So I'm excited about Nasty C. Let's get to it. Nasty C, Kenny Allstar Freestyle.
It's Kenny Allstar on 1Extra.
You already know what it is. It's that time. And from early, you know the saying, there ain't no freestyle like a Kenny Allstar one. It's only right we go to South Africa for the first time. We're going to touch base heavy. Nasty C in the building.
I'm sorry. Can I say something though real quick? Has there been a lot of collaborations between South African rappers and UK rappers? Because I think that could be nasty.
Yeah, that could.
You know what I'm saying? Nasty? See? It's a bar. But what about Nasty C and Avelino?
Yeah,
what about Nasty C and Dave? What about Stogie T and Wretch 3-2? I'm just saying, man. You know, it don't always have to be, you know, connecting with America, man. Y'all can take over there.
Oh yeah, too much game, man. Give it too much game,
and it's free. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever say I didn't give y'all nothing. Don't ever say that.
You know the saying, there ain't no freestyle like a Kenny Allstar one. It's only right we go to South Africa for the first time. We're going to touch base heavy. Nasty C in the building. What's going on, cuzzy?
We in here. Pleasure for having me, man.
Pleasure to have you here, bro. Let's go.
Sir. Yeah. Yeah. Scissor. Yeah. I say, I be feeling like love is the biggest scam in the world. It's blind, they say. It crashes and it burns. And it never just leaves, it has to return. And it tames me, whether I'm passive or stern. Is it passion or urge to make you smile and sacrifice my own happiness for a while? Cause we been moving at different paces for a mile. But the way we fight for it, you swear it was for a child. But what are we expecting? Two emotional kids with fame in the picture, you get an ocean of tears. A couple doors we should've never opened appears. Cause it's like you don't hear me like they controlling your ears. But it's just me and you when the smoke eventually clears. And you ask me some questions, I ask more questions, I add more tension. Who has your attention? Who has your affection? Learning you, learning me, we never learn our lesson. Damn.
Did not expect this from Nasty C.
Yeah, buddy.
Normally, you know, I respect this approach because typically when you hear a freestyle, you know, people are just trying to be, you know, ultra ultra lyrical. And not saying that this isn't lyrical, but they're just trying to sort of, it's not necessarily about substance, right? It's just about a display of skill. So it can be a bunch of random bars that people pair together just to show skill and technicality. But he had something to say. So this is it. Just could be, I don't know if this is a freestyle or if this is gonna be on a song on an upcoming project or something. But yeah, I respect it.
But dude, I feel like he's taking it. I don't want to say personally, but I feel like he's taking on the assignment of getting better, like growth. Because I feel like he don't have to push himself, but I feel like he keeps pushing himself every time I hear him, man, and I like what I'm hearing.
All right, let's get back to it. Love the direction of this though.
Look, don't wanna drown in my lies, I'm keeping my face up. I'm owning up to my shit and I don't like the taste, but all this pretending we okay just makes it hard to wake up. We hold a record for most breakups, makeup, scratch a door, stab a tie. Oh wow, great stuff. Let me know when you done being all fake tough. Hold up, wait, what you mean? What you mean? What you mean what I mean? You act like I'm all alone in this, but you lean when I lean. Yeah, you turn when I turn. I ain't turn on you. You got some dirt on me, well I got some dirt on you. All your excuses for not coming home, they weren't all true. You had me with the first few, but then you got too confident. I've been stacking these documents, I got files on you. You think I'm way too dumb to smell another guy on you? Knowing how fine you are, you think I don't have my eye on you? Hey look, I know that two wrongs I can never make it right, and I'm hoping that your faith is not too gone to make this right, and we can start all over and forget about the past and put the pieces back together and draw some flowers on a cast.
Okay.
Right. Says Iverson.
My man don't know how to take that. I bet you he expected
Nasty C in the building. Wow.
the way my man was smiling at the end with what I was saying to Ryan. I was just like, my man probably didn't expect Nasty C to just go on this sort of emotional storytelling, option with talking about his girl and all that, or I don't know if it's his girl or maybe he's talking about maybe a made up scenario. I don't know. I'm assuming maybe he's speaking. This freestyle was from experience with his girl, or I don't know. Give us some feedback if you guys know anything. But it just seems like my man was like, yo, I expected you to talk about guns blasting and asses shaking, throwing money and shit. The usual. But you came on some relationship shit. Wow.
Couple lines, man. I don't want to drown in my lies. I'm keeping my head up. I'm owning up to my shit, but I don't like the taste bud, though. I like that for a couple different reasons, man. Number one, I think it's honorable to stand up and stand on your own too and own up to things that you do, good or bad, positive or negative, right? So I think he's saying, hey, I'm gonna keep my head up, man. I'm going to own up to the shit that I say, even though I may be disappointed in what I said. You know what I mean? When he says I don't like the taste, but I think that's kind of what he means by that. But when people say hold your head up, Tupac made a song on that, keep your head up, I feel like it's easy to look down. And when he says drowning in my lies, I think what he's saying there is he's drowning. You could drown in the lies that you've told and maybe the deceitful things that you've done, and all these things could just mount up, and you could just it can immerse you, and you could just maybe never clean it up because you're drowning in it. You're like, fuck it, I'm already drowning, so I might as well just die on this shit. You know what I mean? But he's like, nah, fuck that. I'm keeping my head up through all the lies, through all the maybe heartache and pain that I may have caused throughout my life, and I'm owning up to it. I'm gonna try to make those things right. I think that's very honorable, and I thought that was really poetically written.
And earlier when we did that first, I think it was the Sway freestyle from Nasty C, I believe I said, I haven't seen that reaction in a while, so I'm not quoting myself, which is ridiculous, but I believe I said he just sounded like he was a bit immature with some of the lines that he was saying. He just kind of came off, for my taste, a bit childish, right? And I feel like in this, I've seen growth in his writing, but I also can still tell that he's a young man. But in this particular case, I just liked how honest it was. Two emotional kids with fame in a picture. You get an ocean of tears. A couple of doors we should have never opened a pier. So you got, peers on each side getting in each other's ear, right, and making their friends are making them believe this person's the bad guy, yada yada yada. So it all comes off like almost like two young people, very immature, letting other people get in their relationship, talking too much. Looks like cheating was talked about in here as well, something like that. All just deception, and it makes you wonder, like, well, just leave. Understand when a situation isn't right and leave. But the reality is, when you're young, especially, you get caught up in these situations, man. You get caught up emotionally, not necessarily emotionally intelligent. You stick in a situation way too long. You don't know when to get out. So I appreciate the honesty here. It came off like a young man, but I do appreciate the honesty, and I still thought it was written well, although I don't agree with some of the shit he was saying, especially at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Smell another guy on you, I think is what he said.
Yeah, see
Smell
that?
another guy on you.
That? Nah, it shouldn't even got to. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, man.
I know Ryan gonna take it home from here.
You know, I just think y'all need some OGs, man. Let me give you some OG wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? If that ever happens, guys, if you ever have a situation, hopefully it never happens. Let me start by saying that. Hopefully this never happens to you. But if you ever get in a situation where you even think, not that she is cheating, but you even think that she's cheating, yeah, it's time to go, bro. Yeah. It's time to go.
Quick.
It's time to go. Just save yourself the heartache, because whether she's cheating or not is irrelevant. What is relevant is that you have that feeling. And if that feeling is there, it's coming from somewhere. It could be insecurity, but it could be validated too. But either way, the relationship's not going anywhere. So let me help you out with that. That's what you need to do. You even think any inclination that's going on.
Why are you building the case? Exactly. Like, why are you building the case? He said, I got files on you. Like, you just gonna let her just fuck around on you and just build a case like you going to court? Like, get the fuck up out of there. So that's that young shit. But I still thought he wrote it well. I still thought it was honest and vulnerable and real.
Yep.
I thought it was written well, but I just thought just that mentality is young.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But in this particular case, I appreciated that from Nasty C. Whereas before, it just felt like slap knee, like little kid, junior high, just starting to rap. Little lines that Nasty C had in that Sway freestyle. So I saw the growth, but still see that he's a young man. But I appreciate the perspective.
But dude, I enjoyed that, man. I thought that was
very
very
dope, by the way.
Yeah, introspective by Nasty C, man. I thought it was vulnerable to a certain extent, and I think it showed a different dimension. I think that we both were surprised, because you said that at the beginning, and man, we were surprised, and I'm like, yeah, this kid is just getting better and better, man. And he's really pushing himself, man. So I salute to you, man, Nasty C. I think you're doing your thing, bruh.
Yep.
Now, with all that being said, I think we need to take a trip to South Africa, man. I didn't tell George this, but I went to Phoenix last weekend for a friend of mine's birthday, and I took a Uber from the airport to my hotel, and this dude from Africa, he was like, oh, man, you need to go to Africa, man. He was from Burundi, and he was showing me pictures of that, George, man. It was right off the water, man. He was like, dude, you bring $1,000 there, man. He said, you won't spend it all. All our South African subs, man, let us know what's the spot. Is Burundi, is that the shit? If we want to take
We've been talking about taking a trip out to South Africa. We know about Johannesburg and Cape Town. I heard Cape Town is basically not even Africa. Yeah. In Johannesburg, I heard, but Burundi, man, that's
why I bring it up.
Yeah.
Because we know the usual suspects, you know what I'm saying? Johannesburg and all that. But I'm like, I ain't never heard nobody say this.
Okay.
And so he was like, yeah, man, you really need to go. So please give us some feedback on that. I didn't want to end the video without bringing that up, because I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say about that.
Shout out to everybody that requested this one. Make sure y'all follow us on our website, deftoradio.com. The information for that will be in the description. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost to Vegas.
We out.